Okay, so welcome back, guys. Okay, so we have seen this. Yep, we have seen this capitalism, and now it's the time to see socialism. Okay, the second one will be our socialism. Second one will be socialism. So again, I mean, the basic question is who will take the decisions. Okay, so who takes the decisions? Who takes the decisions? Who will take? Obviously the government will take. See, if somebody is not joined the previous class and now this is the first class, then he won't understand anything because we have already covered the basic points. Okay, so the first basic question is who will take the decision. So government will take the decision. And the second thing is, now sir, please tell me the futures of this socialist economy also. Then we'll see the mixed economy also, and then we'll conclude based on the futures. We'll conclude which is best for us. Okay. So let me tell you the futures. See, there I have told you all the resources are owned by private players. Here, all the resources are owned by government, which means what to produce, how much to produce, and at what, I mean, to whom we have to produce. Everything will be decided by government. Here what happens is in capitalism, let's say we are here to produce, let's say 10 mobiles. Okay, I mean, actually demand in the market is like mobiles, and we thought of producing 10 mobiles. Now we have went to the market. We are going to launch two products, two colors. Okay, one is green and second one is red. Okay, so in the market what happened is 90% are choosing green color mobiles and the 10% are choosing red color mobiles. So what happens here is, here demand is more for green. So obviously capitalist economy will choose only for green. It will never go for red, which means if somebody is unique, okay, it doesn't matter to the capitalism. It will always go in the flow. Whatever the market demands, whatever the maximum market demands, that it will produce. Okay, but socialism, it will come up with a concept called equality. Okay, so if you are producing for them, you have to produce for these guys as well, these guys as well. So here what happens is, here you'll see equality, and the motive here is social justice, guys. Social justice. Here the motive here is social justice. I mean, profit is not at all the motive. Whatsoever the money they are getting, they'll distribute among their people. End of the day, they want each and everyone to be happy. So end of the day, they need social justice. Okay, it's not like one is eating on a golden plate, in a golden plate, and somebody is not having food. Thus is capital market. But in the socialist economy, it will ensure that everybody has a steel utensils and they are eating food in the steel utensils. So here they'll always look for the social justice. Understood? Yes. So write down these 2 points and then we'll see the advantages and then we'll see the disadvantages. Okay. So write down. So tomorrow, which subject class will be there, sir? I mean, for 3 days, economy will be there. And then remaining 3 days will be society. Okay, I think you hope you got the schedule in the group as well. If not in the group, I mean individually you would have got the message also. Fine. Okay, anyways, information here is 3 days. Yes, the first 3 days will be economy class. Okay, later I won't be available, so obviously my classes will not be there. After the next 3 days will be society classes. Later we'll continue. Okay, from the next week full economy course will be there, and trust me guys, if you are hectic part will be economy and this course is for you. Okay, I mean these days I'm spending most of my time in Ashok Nagar, which means with the students, and I have went with so many students. Their questionnaires, they will be asking. I mean, sir, leave about history, leave about this geography. See, we want economy. How to deal with this economy? And for those guys, this is the perfect solution. And trust me, I mean, you might have got the answer till now. Okay, so now the class is running in the socialism. Yes, obviously. So done with this. Examples right down. Now we have very few examples, guys. Okay, first one is North Korea, that Kim Jong, and second one is Cuba. Okay, a small country. Okay, after this class, I would recommend you to see this country in the map. And third one is once upon a time USSR, which means this is history. Okay, these two are practical examples for this, but by saying this, these are also not completely socialist. Okay, so a kind of 80-20%. Fine. So these are the examples for this socialism. So examples will be North Korea, Cuba, and USSR. And there we have seen USA, Japan, and Australia. Okay, so recall the things parallelly. Write down these examples. The before class is not ended, no sir. See, the class ended at capitalism. Okay. Later we started with second thing, which is socialist economy. Okay. So socialism we started. Likita, hope you got my answer. Yes. Okay. This 3 years is completely dedicated for economy only, Likita. Okay. Done, guys. Can we see the advantages and disadvantages? Okay. So let me write the advantages and disadvantages, guys. So first I'll go with advantages, obviously. First positives and then we'll go for negatives. In the answer writing also, first you start writing with the positives only. Okay. See, what happens here is you'll get equality. Social justice will be there, which means people will be happy, guys. And the third one will be no exploitation. We have seen this point in capitalism, right? Exploitation will be there, but here no exploitation. Okay, and when I'll talk about the disadvantages means, okay, so here what happens is no motivation to work. So whether you're working or not, it doesn't matter. You'll get your piece of bread. So no motivation at all. So if there is no motivation, no competition, no innovation, so quality of goods and services will be quite low here. Okay. So no motivation to work, no competition and innovation, no competition, followed by no innovation. These all things will lead to less quality of products, less quality of products. So these are some disadvantages of this socialist economy. Okay. So hope you understood. If you have any question, okay, please let me know in the comment section so that I'll answer the things. Okay. So by now we have covered capitalism. Now we have entered socialist economy and we are done with socialist economy as well. See, to build the basics, it will take some time. Once you're done with the basics, trust me guys, each and everything will be simple for you. Okay, that you will understand in this series of lectures. I'm reiterating the things again, you'll understand. Please let me know once you're done with this so that we'll see the mixed economy. And before that, I'll tell you a small story. Okay, then you'll get even more clear understanding about the socialism. Done. Great. So remaining. Okay. So fine. Let me tell you a interesting story. And for my old students, already they know the story. So this might be boring for you, but please bear with me. Okay. So what happened is there is a person called Karl Marx. Karl Marx. There is a person called Karl Marx. So what happened is, let me tell you something about this guy. He is an unemployed, and he's a drunkard, which means he's addicted to alcohol. Without alcohol, he can't even spend even a single day. He can't even spend even a single day. So now what happened is he's unemployed. So obviously, to have this alcohol, he needs some money. Without money, nobody will give you, even you won't get water bottle also. How come alcohol? No chance at all. So what happened is he is married. He is married, and fortunately, wife is employed, which means working. So which means she is earning, and this guy is dependent on his wife. So the characteristic of his wife is she'll always love this guy. She always loves this guy. But the thing here is, I mean, see, in the office you might be having so much of pressure. One day everything will be good to go, and one day hectic pressure will be there. And that pressure they'll show in the home, because office में तो कुछ दिखा ही नहीं सकता. In the office you cannot show the things. So end of the day you'll show the office pressure in the home. I mean, this will happen. Yes, even whenever I'll be having more workload, I'll show it on my friends. This is quite natural. So now her wife, his wife, okay. So when everything is going to good, she used to provide money. Okay, so I'm representing with Indian currency. So she used to provide money to this drunker, and he used to get a quarter or stuff. Okay, to enjoy that moment. But whenever something is bad in her office, she is like utterly disappointing to this guy. She don't even spend even a single rupee on this guy. Now this guy, okay, he will be frustrated. In the frustration, only friends will help you. So fortunately, he got a rich friend. He got a rich friend. So one day, not everything is going good in the office. So he went to his friend, and his friend offered a foreign scotch. Okay, maybe blended scotch, but from the foreign, so we'll call it as foreign scotch. So he had one peg. He showed his frustration. He had second peg. He showed his anger towards his wife. I mean, how can she behave something like this with me? So this is not possible. This is utterly disappointing for me. And while having third peg, he came up with an ideology saying, see, if she is earning 100 rupees, okay, daily, we are two in members in our house. So if we can distribute the resources same for everyone, she's 100 earning 100 rupees. Okay, fine, I'll believe. Okay, but after earning 100 rupees, whosoever are there in the country, in the house, if we can distribute the resources equally, then I don't need to ask her. Why should I ask her? If I got my 50, then why should I ask her? Okay, I'll spend 20 and remaining 30 I'll save for future. So I don't need to ask her. So this should be there in the family. Then his rich friend, he was shocked, because this was beautiful ideology. If we can apply this to the entire country, So this will happen. If we'll apply the same concept to the entire country, what happens? See, in the country, people will there. Whether people are working or not, it doesn't matter. End of the day, all the people will make some money. This money will reach to the government. Now, what this government will do is, government will see what is the population of the country, okay, and it will distribute the money equally to each and every person, equally to each and every person, which means equal distribution of resources. So this is how socialism came into the picture, and that's how we'll call this person, this Karl Marx, the writer of this book, is called as father of socialism. Okay, understood? Socialism means whatsoever, whether you are working or not, it doesn't matter. Okay, end of the day, all the people of the country will make some income, and this income will reach into the hands of government. Government will give you a government quarters to live, just like the railway employees, they are getting the government quarters. Similarly, in a year you'll get 4 pairs of clothes, 2 pairs of shoes. Okay, every time you'll get a ration in a month. Okay, one soap or 2 soaps. I mean, this much of dal, this much of rice, everything you'll get. Okay, the end of the day, whether you're working or not, it doesn't matter. You'll get your share. So tell me what this will make. This will make the people, I mean, the confidence, like the motivation to work will kill, right? It will kill the motivation to work. Why? Why they'll work? Even they are working heavily for 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours, they are getting that piece of bread only. Yes, piece of bread only. Then why they will work? Yes, understood? This is socialism. Any questions here, guys? Socialism understood? Still having any questions? Please ask me. If you're still having any questions, please ask me, guys. Clear? Understood the story? So who is the father of socialism? No questions here? Fine. Who is the father of socialism? Sir, please repeat it. Okay, fine. See, Likita, let's say you are living in a village. Okay? And this village is comprising of 100 people. 100 people. Now what happens is every day these villagers will go to work. Okay? Generally, what is the scenario? They'll get their money and they'll use for their personal purposes. Fine. But here what happens is whatever they are working, let's say the money will reach to Panchayat Raj institutions. Panchayat Raj institutions. Let's say somebody has worked more, somebody has worked less, somebody hasn't worked. Okay, example, village law, in the village we have 100 people. Out of 100, 70 are adult and 30 are children. Okay, so 30 children, they are not working, only 70 people worked. Okay, now whatever they worked, how much they worked, the money will go to Panchayat Raj. Now let's say 100,000 rupees, which means 1 lakh money they have earned in a day. Now this Panchayat will divide that 100,000 into 100 parts, and for every person they'll give 1,000 rupees, which means whether you are working or not, it doesn't matter in socialism. You will get your piece of bread. That too, same as others are getting. Same as others are getting. Now with this example clear, Likita? Confirm me so that I'll move forward and I'll teach you this mixed economy. Yes? Superb, superb, superb. So fine. Cleared. Fine, fine. Okay. Now, we'll see the third type of economy, which is mixed economy. Mixed economy. So now you guys think mixed economy means we are mixing two things. Whenever you are mixing two things, what you'll do? Will mix the best quality of two things. Yes, we'll mix the best quality of two things and we'll leave the disadvantages. So that will be a mixed economy. Okay. So here, who will take the decision? Who will take the decision? Government plus private individuals, both. Yes. Now we'll talk about the features of the economy. So the features will be something like this. Features. Oh, what are the features? We'll see. Features. First one. Some sectors or companies will be owned by government. Example: railways, defense. What's that? Defense, and then nuclear energy. So these sectors, who will have monopoly? Only government can run these things. And remaining other sectors will be managed by other sectors will be managed by private individuals, corporate sectors, private individuals. So you name it. I mean, the companies, banks, everything. Okay. So here both government interference will be there, and this private interference will also be there. Okay. So any questions till now? No. Fine. So here, what happens is you will get social justice. The people who are suffering, they'll get their social justice, and companies will have liberty. Companies will have liberty to produce what is there, what is the demand which is there in the economy. So both the things will be there. See, we have seen social justice in socialism, liberty in capitalism, but here mix of both. Here mix of both. Fine. Yes. Okay. Okay, fine. Now, I have told you a dialogue: rich will get richer in capitalism and poor will get poorer. So here, the same dialogue, it changes to rich will get richer, obviously. Meanwhile, the poor will also get some money. Poor will also get some money. Get some money. So this is the case with mixed economy. This is the case with mixed economy. So fine, write down this and then I'll turn the page, then you can write down the remaining things. Okay. Let me know in the comment section, guys, if you have any questions. Okay. Yes, please let me know in the comment sections if you have any questions. If not the case, please write down the things and let me know in the comment section that you have completed. Okay. The class will extend for 30 or 35 minutes more. Okay. So please be patient. We have to discuss a minor concept. Okay. So once we are done with this, then I'll leave you guys. Okay. So because I mean, done. Okay. Remaining also, please, I want everyone to message in the comment sections because I want the session to be interactive. There should not be any boundaries. Okay. There should not be any gap between this offline guys and online guys. Okay, fine, Ankit Reddy. Vaishnavi. Yes, this is how online class must be. Okay, so I want everyone to comment in the comment sections. Even a minor doubt which is striking your mind, immediately get back to me so that I can answer your. Okay, fine, Daruna. Okay, so good to go, guys. Let me change the pace. So write down the remaining things. Other sectors will be managed by private individuals. Social justice will be there. Along with that, liberty will also be there. Rich will get richer here. I mean, this we have seen in capitalism. But the one more thing which is really important here is the poor will also get some money. Poor will also get some money. Then, okay, now write down some examples and then we'll see the advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so write down some examples. The best example will be our country, okay, which is India. And then the closest friend of India these days is France. And one more is Brazil. So about Brazil, I'll tell you, I mean, an interesting story which is there. Okay. So how Brazil became friend of India, I'll tell you when I'll discuss this trade chapter. Okay. In the trade chapter, I'll tell you about the Brazil. But as of now, write down these examples: India, France, and Brazil. India, France, and Brazil. India, France, and Brazil. Okay. Fine. Now we'll see the advantages, guys. The advantages will be poor will be protected. See, the only problem in the capitalism is poor is exploited, but here poor will be protected. So biggest advantage. But it is not like socialism. When you are protecting the poor, you are not allowing the capital. I mean, the industries to grow. But here you will free. Along with that, industries will also grow. Industries will also grow. End of the day, country will grow. Okay. So here you are protecting poor one side. On the other side, you are allowing the countries to grow. So I mean, we have blended both the things, capitalism and socialism. Now, disadvantages we'll see. The thing here is generally we won't find any disadvantage here because see, we have seen some disadvantages in the capitalism. That's how we came to socialism. So we have seen some disadvantages in the socialism. That's how we came to mixed economy. So which means obviously we have mixed all the best qualities of socialism and capitalism, and we are calling it as a mixed economy. So obviously there should not be any disadvantages, but there is one disadvantage, which is it can lead to red tapeism. Red tapeism. It can lead to red tapeism. So let me explain you red tapeism. See, red tapeism means in mixed economy there should be a balance between private and government. So both should be balanced, and some decisions will be taken by government, some decisions will be taken by private. Now tell me, if this balance बिगड़ गया, okay, the balance is not there, and there are more powers for private, then it will lead to capitalism again. Obviously, if this balance is not there and it is more towards leaning towards private, then obviously this will lead to capitalism, and obviously protection of the people will be collapsed. Okay. Second thing, if the other case has happened, now this time government has more influence. Who has more influence? Government has more influence. Okay. So what happened here is government got so many powers. Now again this will lead to socialism, which means protection of people will be there, but the growth will be very less. Growth कुछ रहेगा भी नहीं. Growth will be very less. So now being a layman person, you tell me, in a country like economy like India, there are high chances of government influence only. Private players, they cannot come into the picture and they cannot take all the powers, because the powers are there in the elected representatives. So there are high chances that the powers will be leaning more towards the government. If the powers are leaning more towards the government, then it is called as red tapeism. So red tapeism means high chances of high chances of increasing government influence, increasing government influence, which will lead to socialism, and it will decrease the growth of the country. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of mixed economy. So just ping me in the comment section. Is this red tapeism is clear? Okay. Red tapeism. Everyone please respond. Red tapeism clear? I want everyone to answer. It's simple. If it is yes, just type it as yes, guys. If not the case, N. Merely take 1 second. Yes. Yes, fine, fine. Write down, and let me know in the comment section that completed. Done, completed. Completed. I can still see so many people who are quietly watching the class, but they are not interacting at all. This is completely not acceptable. Because I want the session to be interactive, guys. Okay. Fine. So now this is the entire concept, guys. So economy, from the economics, we have seen, we have reached to economy. One is capitalist. There are some problems. We have reached to socialist. There are some problems. So we have reached to this mixed economy. So end of the day, if I'll ask you to discuss a few points on economies, you have to write down with economics and you have to define economy. Okay. So based on how the decisions are taken, the economies are divided into 3 types: capitalist, socialist, and mixed. Okay. Now write down the key features of the capitalist, advantages, disadvantages, socialist key features, advantages, disadvantages, mixed key features, advantages, disadvantages. Now conclude in your answer in such a way. These days, no country can be purely capitalist or purely socialist. It must balance both freedom and equality. So in this process, every country should choose mixed economy in some or the other way. Okay, so this should be the conclusion of your answer. Fine. Okay, so this is okay, fine. But before we used to read only these three types of economies, but later people came up with a concept called trade openness. People came up with a concept called trade openness. Okay, trade openness means, I'll tell you, but for now keep heading as other types of economies. Other types of economies. Other types of economies. Keep heading as other types of economies. Later I'll tell you how the economies are divided. This time advantages and disadvantages you must tell me. Okay? Later I'll conclude. Okay? So only 20 minutes class is there. So fine everyone. Please don't sleep. Respond. Fine. See, based on how a country is interacting with the foreign countries, the economies are further divided into two types. When I'll say how a country is interacting with foreign countries, there are two things. One, trade, imports and exports, whether a country is doing imports and exports or not. Second one, whether a country is allowing foreign investment into their country or not. Only two things. Okay. So based on how a country is interacting with foreign countries, especially in the terms of trade and foreign investment. Trade, which means imports and exports, guys, and foreign investment. The countries are further divided into two types. How many types? Two types. One is closed economy. We'll call it as closed economy. And second one is so understood. If a country is doing, I'll tell you, but based on trade and foreign investment, okay, the countries are further divided into two types. One is closed economy and the second one is open economy. Write down this, then we'll see. I think there is a small interruption in between, right? Yes, is there is any interruption in between? Okay, fine, we'll see. Okay, so for now write down these things. No worries, no worries. I'll give you some time. Please write down the things based on how a country is interacting with foreign countries, especially in terms of trade. Slide. Okay. Especially in terms of trade and foreign investment, the countries are further divided into two types. One is closed economy, second one is open economy. Okay, just write down and then let me know in the comment section so that I'll deal with this closed economy first and then we'll see open economy, and then I'll tell you trade openness. With this, we'll end the session for today. Okay. Okay. Now we'll see first one, closed economy. See, when we'll call something as closed, when everything is closed, when you are not allowing anything to enter into your economy, or you are not allowing anything to go away from your economy, which means here no trade, which means no exports and imports. Similarly, no foreign investment, no foreign investment. So if something is there, something like this, then we'll call the economy as closed economy. So now you guys tell me, what are the advantages of this economy? The advantages will be, one, tell me so that I'll conclude the things. Okay, try. Previous students, which means I mean whosoever watched my series of these series of lectures already before, please don't answer. Independent economy. See, end of the day, you have to call it as economy only, not economics. Okay, Mariam, Anjum. Okay, so independent economy, a good. See, actually, what happens here is, see, I'll tell you. One, domestic industries will be protected. How? Let's say you have only one company in your country, which is, let's say, Micromax, Carbon. Okay, so few domestic industries are there in your country. Meanwhile, what you have done is you have allowed exports and imports. Now, people, they are more interested in this Chinese products and USA products, which is Apple, South Korean product, which is Samsung, and Chinese products, Vivo, Oppo, and this OnePlus, IQ. Okay, so people are more interested in these products. So at a point of time, what happened is people started buying only these products. If you want to go at a cheaper cost, then buy Vivo, then buy Oppo, then buy Redmi, then buy this OnePlus. If you want kind of premium product, then choose Samsung in Android. No. You, if you want the entirely unique product, then go for iPhone. So what happened here? Micromax closed, Carbon closed, Lava closed, and we are left only with this Motorola. Okay, so here domestic industries for sure, if they have to compete, they have to be more innovative. If not, then they have to close the companies. Yes. So what happens if they close the companies? We have to be dependent on foreign countries. Dependence on foreign countries will increase. Sorry. That we'll write on that. Okay. So here what happens is domestic industries will be protected. So we will be self-reliant, which means we are not dependent on any other country, because our domestic industries are protected, and they are actually I mean they are producing goods. Then there is no dependent on the foreign countries. Yes, they are no dependent on foreign countries. Okay, so which means self-reliant. I mean, Modi ji will always say Atma Nirbhar Bharat, and this is the definition of closed economy, and this point only I'm writing it in some other words, which is less dependent on foreign countries, less dependent on foreign products. Okay, so these are some advantages. Now I'll discuss disadvantages. See, disadvantages. First thing, no access to premium foreign goods, no access to better foreign goods, better foreign products. Okay, why I'm using this products, I'll tell you. Macroeconomics, wait for that lecture, you'll understand. Okay, so here, I mean, everyone will think like using this Samsung or iPhone, but if you are a closed economy, then there are very few chances, right? You can, I mean, in your future, you can hardly use this iPhone. Okay, more dissatisfaction. And second one is, see, whenever foreign goods are coming into Indian market, what happens is there will be a competition between foreign goods and Indian goods. Okay, so here competition will be there. This competition will lead to more innovation in the domestic products. If there is more innovation only, they'll sustain. If not the case, they'll close. Let's say they have sustained. Then obviously what happens? More innovation will be there and quality of products will be improved. Where? In the open economy. But here, foreign goods are not coming. Indian goods are not competing with the foreign goods. Indian goods are competing only with the Indian goods. So less innovation, less quality of products. Less innovation, which leads to less quality of products. End of the day, what happens, guys? If more money is pumping into your economy, then economic growth will be there. But you are saying you are a closed economy. Foreign investors are ready to invest in your economy, but you are stopping them, which means you are stopping the money to pump into your economy, which means you are stopping your growth. So slower economic growth. Slower economic growth. Understood? So these are some advantages and disadvantages of closed economy. Right on, guys. Control our resources. See, control our resources, I mean, that's a part of socialism and capitalism. Okay, so here that will not be there, Anjum. Okay, so here only we'll talk about trade and foreign investment, nothing else. Control our resources, that's purely part of socialism and capitalism. Okay, any other questions, guys? Okay, Anjum, good. So once you're done with this phase, I mean, let me know, I'll show you the disadvantages as well, so that you can have few more points. Done. So previous slide. Okay, closed economy you haven't see previous slide. Okay, so previous slide, see nothing, no trade, no foreign investment. Okay, so no trade, no foreign investment, and then write down advantages. Only two things. Okay, and write down the advantages. Okay, now once you're done with this advantages, now write down this disadvantages. Okay, now let me know, I mean, once you're done with this page also, then we'll discuss this open economy and then trade openness, and then we'll end the session. See, each and every point you need to understand, then only we write down. If not the case, I mean, immediately ask me in the comment section. First I'll reply and then write. Okay. Done. The examples I'll tell you. I mean, intentionally, I'm not telling you the examples because there is a concept that I need to teach you guys. Okay. So wait for the examples. I'll tell you. Okay. I won't miss. Not even a single thing I will miss here. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now we'll see open economy advantages and disadvantages. Okay. Fine. Open economy in a single page I'll discuss. Okay. Open economy. So open economy means what happens here, guys? Free to trade, which means people are free to trade. If you want iPhone, you can mangwa bhai, koi ruk nahi raha tujhe. Okay, free to trade. And second one is foreign investment is allowed. Foreign investment is allowed. Now we'll see the advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so same opposite points will be here and there. Okay, so advantages will be first one, access to better foreign goods, better foreign goods. So more competition, more innovation, again better quality of goods and services, better quality of products, and foreign investment you are allowing, which means money is pumping into your economy. Yes, so obviously growth will be there, higher growth will be there, higher growth will be there. Now disadvantages we'll discuss. One is domestic industries may suffer. Obviously, if they are ready to compete with the foreign players, then only they'll sustain. If not the case, they have to shut down their industries. So obviously, domestic industries will suffer. And foreign dependence will be more. Dependence on foreign products will be more. Foreign countries will be more. Dependence on foreign countries will be more. Dependence on foreign countries will be more. So write down these things and let me know once you're done with this. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can ask me, guys. Okay, done. Okay. So now you're my kids, matured kids. So now you can understand a typical concept which is trade openness. Okay, fine. See, actually, now this is a modern world. Okay. So what happens here is not every country will have petrol. Only few countries has petrol resources. Yes, example Arab countries, Russia, USA. And apart from these countries, you name it, no country has proper petrol resources. You name it coal. Coal also, very few countries are having, even India is having, but we don't have a better quality of coal. So we'll export our quality of coal to African countries, Bangladesh, Taiwan, okay, and we'll import best quality of coal from the foreign countries. Okay. So similarly, not every country can produce rice, cotton. Only India can produce, Brazil can produce, sugar also. So obviously there are some countries they need rice and spices. Only Indonesia, I mean these island countries. Similarly, India can produce. So this is the modern world, guys. No country will have everything. No country will have everything. Some countries will have some things and some countries will have some other things. So we have to share. Here sharing is not caring, but sharing is mandatory here. Sharing is mandatory here. Because I mean, see, obviously, I mean, we are coming up with BMW bikes, okay, Pulsar, Royal Enfield, everything we are coming with. End of the day, if you don't have petrol, then what you'll, I mean, how you'll drive your bikes? No chance at all. Okay. You might have told me like, I mean, sir, electricity is there, but for that also we need coal. Coal we are exporting from some other countries. So trade is mandatory. Trade mandatory. Forgot about the foreign investment, but trade is mandatory. Yes, agreed. Now NCRT will tell you these definitions: closed economy, open economy, these definitions. But modern day definitions they have changed. Because now trade is mandatory. Now tell me, every country is doing the trade. Even North Korea also it is doing the trade. Now how come we can call a country as closed economy? Because they are trading. So now this closed economy and open economy concept is completely changed. Okay. So now they came up with a concept called trade openness. Trade openness. See, simply trade openness equals to in percentage exports, how much we are doing, plus imports by GDP into percentage means obviously you should come up with 100. Yes. So we have given a formula like this, like this. Now simple, I'll explain you this formula. GDP means the entire income of your country. Out of your income, what is the contribution of exports and imports, which means what is the contribution of country towards the foreign countries? What is the interaction of a country with the foreign countries? Yes. See, GDP is your total income, let's say 100 rupees. Now out of 100, you have got 50 from exports and imports. Exports and imports. Now tell me, what is your foreign contribution? 50 rupees. Which means 50 rupees you are interacting with the foreign countries. Remaining 50 you are self-sustained. Okay. Now what is the importance of this trade openness is, if your trade openness is 10%, which means you are 10% dependent on the foreign countries, 20%, 20% dependent on the foreign countries, 30%, 30% dependent on the foreign countries, 40%, 40% dependent on the foreign countries. Okay. Now people redefine the definition of closed economy and the open economy based on trade openness. Based on trade openness. So trade openness percentage and economies. If the trade openness is between 0 to 30%, then the economies are closed, or closed economies are less open economies. I'll tell you examples for everything, okay? Second one, if the trade openness is between 30 to 60%, then moderately open economy. Moderately open economy, you'll call this as. Okay. And the third thing is, if your trade openness is between above 60, above 60%, then highly open economy, we'll call this as highly open economies. Now we'll talk about some examples. So India, from the recent 2024 data of GDP, okay, our trade openness is 45.9%, are close to 46%, which means we are moderately open economy. Moderately open economy. So if you'll talk about North Korea, the trade openness is less than 10%. So you can call this economy as closed economy. You can call this economy as closed economy or less open economy. Okay, so understood, right? I mean, I am writing in abbreviations, so you guys fill it up. Okay. Next, if I'll talk about Vietnam, so its trade openness is close to 200%, which means it is completely dependent on foreign exports and imports. So here, this is highly open economy. So these are some examples. So along with that, I'll tell you a small story of USA. So USA, if you look for the trade openness of USA, you will find 24%, which means this is closed economy or less open economy. But why? See, this trade openness is dependent on two things. One is exports and imports. Yes, two things, exports and imports. If these two things contributions are more, then obviously a country will lead to high open economy. But the thing here with if you have to export, what things you will export? Technology. Second one, raw materials. See, USA is a large country. You name it, there you will find petrol, there you will find charcoal, there you will find, you name it, each and every minerals you will find. So here the imports are quite low. And if you talk about technology, I mean technology, each and every country they are buying it from USA. What USA will buy? So you name it, all the fighter jets. Yes, MiG. Sorry, you name it, all the fighter jets, F-35. Okay, so every country is looking for that fifth generation fighter jet. So they have technologies, guys. And what they will import? They don't import anything. If they are importing also, what they will import? Rice from India, fruits from some other countries. I mean, very basic things. Wine from European countries. The imports contribution is quite less because the country is large and technologically they are advanced. So imports contribution is quite less, but exports they are doing, you name it, each and every country, defense equipments, latest technology, they are importing from USA. So their exports contribution is quite higher. So out of this 24% also, close to 20% is the contribution of exports only. Merely 4% is imports. Okay. So if their imports contribution is also close to 20%, then USA also might maybe moderately open economy. But the thing here is, this trade openness is depend on both the things, exports and imports. Okay. So as a country, India, we are doing both the things. That's the reason we are close to 46%, 45.9%. But USA, it is doing only export. It is not doing any imports. That's the reason it is still in the closed economy category. Understood? Okay. So now write down this. Any questions, guys? So with this, I'll end the session for today. But before ending, I'll show you the 3 pages to write down. And later, I'll give you 2 more minutes to answer your questions. Okay. If you have even a minor question also, shoot down. Okay. I'll answer. Trade openness, I mean, see, this is difficult concept. Nobody will understand, but I have made you understand the things in such a beautiful way. Okay. So please write down and I'll give you 2 minutes. I'll give you 2 minutes. So later, if you have still have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay. So first off, write the formula. Tell me if you're completed. I'll turn the page. Yes, completed. Completed. Superb, guys. Now write down this trade openness and the types of economies. Okay, fine, Likita. Write down this. Make it fast, everyone. Done. Remaining also. Completed. Nani, good to see you in the classes. Lakshmi, Srinidhi, Srija, done. Okay. Let me turn the page again. Now write down these examples. Sahiti, understood? Why I haven't told you the examples earlier? This is the reason. See here, MO means moderately open. CE means, sir, tomorrow which class will be there? I mean, I have told you already. Srija, tomorrow from 6 to 9, economy will be there. Okay? Like in a day you got bored with economy or what? 3 days will continue at least. Okay? See, please don't get bored with economy because we are there to do almost 200 hours of lectures. Okay? Please don't give it up, okay? Fine. So, this is it all for today, guys. Any questions? LOE? LOE means less open economy, Likita. Less open economy. Less open economy. Yes, Nani, thanks a lot. Okay, any questions here? If not the case, I mean, give me some feedback so that I'll take it on a positive note and I'll come up with some more great energy tomorrow. So give me some feedback. How is the class today? How is the class today? Manjula, wait. I haven't ended the session for today. Okay? So let me talk to you for 2 more minutes. How's the class? Any suggestions for me? Or anything extra you wanted? Please give me the feedback. Okay. Chalo then. Bye for today, guys. Good night. Tomorrow exactly at 6 to 9. Okay, when I say 6, exactly 6. Okay. So please be here by 6. Again, 6 to 9 will be our class. Tomorrow you will get so many basics of economy. And tomorrow's class will lead your entire economy journey. So please be attentive tomorrow. And please revise the concepts tomorrow and come. Okay. Chalo then. Bye for today.